Hi guys, I know it's Black Friday, which means lots and lots of sales, and some of you are going to be out there looking for some football shirts, so I thought I'd have a look and see sort of what websites are doing sales and give you some tips on where you can find some of the best stuff for the best prices. I'm doing some Black Friday sales myself over on Whatnot and Tilt. So if you're seeing this before 5 p.m. on Friday, you can come join me on Whatnot. I will put a link down in the description below for that. If you're new, you'll get £10 free credit. But I got a load of special shirts that I'm running on that show. So they're a little bit more, but I mean, they're bargain prices. They're a little bit of retro. I got some 90s and early 2000s stuff. Some really, really cool stuff. A Fenerbahce reversible, an old 90s Everton. Lots of name sets in that. That's about £5. I mean, they're going to be about 30 to 40 quid. Relatively cheap. The other thing is on Sunday on Tilt, I am also going to be live. If you're new to that, use the link down in the description below, and you will again get some free credit. I'm giving away a 2000s Ajax, or a 2000. 2000 is the year. Extra large Ajax shirt. So come join me on Tilt on Sunday, and we're going to got loads and loads of stuff. There will be a 10% discount on Tilt as well on Sunday. That's at 5 p.m. Sunday. So two options for you there for finding some bargains on Black Friday. But we're going to go ahead and have a look and see where else is doing some bargains on those football shirts. So I'm going to start sort of, I mean, I think I did one of these videos a few years ago, maybe a year or two ago. I think we're going to start like looking at that. The place I sort of wanted to start is here. So M&M Direct. Now M&M Direct used to have a really, really good, there was a guy who got loads of football shirts in, and they would come in really cheap. And I was about to say there aren't any, and then I've just seen, look at this, a Senegal for 20 quid. That's actually really tempting. They probably don't have many. They got small, medium, and large left. So yeah, go have a look at M&M Direct. I think most of the stuff left is Man City, around 20 to 25 quid. I mean, if you know a Man City fan, that's pretty good. But if you don't, that's not so good. Yeah, wait, this Senegal though is pretty cool. That is tempting at 20 quid. Brand new, of course. So yeah, but go have a look. You can just go into, I think it comes under, if you go under men's, and then across on the right here, you can press football shirts. But you'll see most of the stuff, actually, there's the Senegal. You'll see most of the stuff now is just boots and balls, which is not football shirts, but there we go. I'm just going to go forward a few pages just in case. No, nothing really else. So yeah, I think that Senegal kit is probably the only thing nowadays on M&M Direct. Maybe check it. I mean, this video will go out at some point around 7, 8 a.m. At 8 a.m. sometimes they do drop, but they haven't dropped for the last few years. I'll have to check whether they've added anything tomorrow. Sports Direct, they have a £20 voucher when you spend 100 for every 100 you spend. Now I don't know if you get that 20 off when you buy something. Okay, look. 68 quid. I mean, it's cheaper. Like, it's a cheaper way of getting a Liverpool shirt, but it's not how I'd recommend doing it. To be honest, what I would do is go on Tilt. There's some guys selling the newest stuff, Liverpool, like particularly Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, and they're selling it for 30, 40 quid. Genuine as well. Genuine stuff, brand new with tags. Normally they're just like error ones or something, so they'll be like the tiniest mark or something, but you'll get them for like 20, 30 quid instead of paying these ridiculous prices. But there is still some good stuff on here. Look, this is pretty good. For example, this 2022 brand new Germany shirt for 22 quid. I thought I'd said like too many 22s in there, but that's not bad. Like, I'm just having a look, seeing what else there is. There's always a few things here on Sports Direct. You know, you can also stack that with the things like these. You think, oh, there's a score draw. But what I tend to do on Sports Direct is what I'll do is I'll do discount, high to low, and then see what we get. And, you know, you can ignore some of these coats or whatever. Scroll down a little and have a look. So what we've got? We've got a Rangers shirt for 11 quid. That's pretty good. We've got Villa women's shirt for 8 quid. We've got some more Villa women's shirts. So this tends to be the best way, I think, of sorting and seeing what they have. I mean, some things obviously are way more than they normally would be, but you got a Villa third shirt for 23 quid, although I assume again that's women's. You can just filter it if you don't want the women's stuff on there. So yeah, that's how I do it. Mönchengladbach for 18 quid. Some more Rangers. You know, you can have a peek through. Also, I mean, how much is that PSG? It's still 50 quid, which I think is too much. But you can definitely find some bargains this way. You can also do the price low to high and see what. But you got to get past the socks on the way. Is that a Rangers for 8 quid? I don't think it's like a proper Rangers shirt. LA Galaxy t-shirt. Like there is some bargains to be had on places like Sports Direct, but you got to do a little bit of filtering, and you're mainly going to find your big clubs. You might occasionally find something like a Club America. I think last year I bought some Club America shirts, which was kind of cool, but yeah, they got the really cool MLS pre-match LGBT jersey, but they haven't got it for any particular team. It's just like the unbranded one, which isn't as good. I actually kind of like the Captain America one. I saw an unbranded one of that the other day. But yeah, there's a few more Rangers shirts. But Otherwise, you just have a little scroll through. I'm just seeing a quick peek, see if there's anything else. Let's have a look. Look at the German handball team. Actually, I mean, that 8, it's a score draw, but that's not bad for that. That score draw, Newcastle United 1984 shirt isn't bad for, what is it, 17 quid? You got a Bordeaux. That's a kind of nice Bordeaux pre-match for 18 quid. 17, sorry, 17. A Real Madrid pre-match for 18. It's a brand new text. They're probably on the higher end of what you'd pay if you went like searching through Whatnot or Tilt, but you know, if you know you want a Real Madrid, or you know someone who wants a Real Madrid shirt, could be a good way of doing it. Anyway, so that's sort of Sports Direct and what Sports Direct have on. There is also the outlet section, so it's worth taking a peek also in the outlet section, although it seems to list mostly the same things. But like, look, Spain 2022 is there. There's a nice West Ham, 17 quid. It's a juniors, but for that Juve. So yeah, there's some bits and pieces into Miami there. Again, it's kids though, but there's some bits and pieces there. Now the non-league shirt, guys, and there's just a little subscribe 10% off down there. I don't know if this stacks, but Black Friday they got 25% off today. They've had some things. There's some great stuff on here. Like if you can get some of these shirts for you know, it's rare that you'll find these shirts. You go 40 quid. That'll go down to 30 quid. Really nice. The Inspiral carpet shirt. I've got it here even. I don't know where I've put it, but I definitely have it here somewhere. Where is my Inspiral shirt? Here it is. It's right in the middle. This Inspiral shirt. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. Look at that. That's cool. 30 quid for that. It's a little bit more than maybe you would pay, you know, if on a regular shirt. Although probably not. Like, you're paying 120 quid for a regular shirt. But these are brand new, and it helps out the non-league teams and stuff. And you can get some really, really, really cool designs. So, like, my favorites are that one, the Portobello ones, which are... Oh, wait, the Portobello ones are 35. And then you take an extra 20%, 25% off that. They'll be dead cheap. I'm kind of gutted I bought those the other week now. But yeah, you got the Portobellos, which are really nice, and then you got the new, like this Pac-Man one is really cool. So there's some really, really cool ones on that Wattsville one as well. I bought the other week. The Isle of Man one is pretty cool, and always the Roger Stone. Roger Stone always have amazing shirts. Like, I don't know if we can see Roger Stone, if we can search Roger Stone, like the Tour Sports shirts. I recommend them. Here we go, Roger Stone. I'll have a look. And now I'm going to see one I don't own and want to own. No, there's only a couple of them on here. But yeah, have a look at the Tour Sports. Have a look at the Roger Stone. Have a look at the non-league football shirt, guys. They're really good guys. If you haven't seen my other video, I interviewed Mitch at the Retro Football Fair. And he showed me a load of like really cool shirts there as well. I mean, it's not a football shirt thing, but Kit Legit, if you want to check any of the shirts you get and you want to make sure that they are genuine, and it's definitely worth doing, particularly if we're buying secondhand off eBay or Vinted or even Whatnot or Tilt, and you want to check them, Kit Legit is pretty useful for that. They've got a sale on. They've given me a code, Samaggio50. If you use that, you'll get 50% off the premium plan. It's free, but you get 50% off the premium plan. The premium plan actually lets you get some shirts manually authenticated as well. So they use their system to authenticate most, but there's some older stuff like, or stuff that's not in their system, you can have that manually authenticated. And I think you get 2 to 3 a month with the premium. And the premium just lets you do more checks. If you're buying a lot of football shirts, you're buying lots of bits and pieces. And they are going to do other sports as well pretty soon. So that's pretty useful. So Samaggio50, use that code, and I'll put a link down in the description below. And you'll be able to, you know, authenticate all those shirts. Pretty useful tool to have without having to go out and learn all the knowledge about authentic football shirts, whatever, which takes time and sometimes you get it wrong. But anyway, let's go on. The big one, classic football shirts. Classic football shirts. Let's take a look at classic football shirts. Just going to scroll it in here just so you can see it a bit better. They've got 20% off of everything. Now, sometimes they have like weekly. I do love these Christmas jumpers, by the way. They're really cool. Sometimes they have the weekly deals, but they obviously aren't on when they do this. But they do still have clearance and price drop stuff. And there's some really cool stuff in the clearance. Like, you take an additional 20% off that Fiorentina. You got like, well, you take another 8 quid off. It's like about 35 quid. You know, really nice. That's the authentic, like the player spec one. You got like Spezia shirt. You'll take, what do you take? You take 6 quid off that. It's going to be down to 22 quid. So you can get some really, really cool stuff on like classic football shirts. Go into that clearance section and add the 20%. You can do both. And you'll get some really cool stuff. Like, I mean, these are just like Italian ones if I can actually scroll. I'm trying to find, like, Newcastle there. But yeah, there is some nice ones. Like that Volendam, you know, you'd get that now for 32 quid-ish. Like, but you can even find, like, the St. Pauli's really nice. You can even find cheaper ones. Like, look, Thailand Asian Games shirt. That's really nice. Like, if you want a suggestion on what to get, if you like a cool shirt like me, why not check out a team like Schlemmen, which is in Indonesia. Nope, that's Sweden. Okay, let's type it. Let's try it this way. PSS. If you type PSS, you'll get them. Here we go. Like, look at these. These are really cool. Like, I have this one, 28 quid. It will go down to about 22 quid, 21 quid. And that is like, I mean, tell me that's not one of the coolest shirts you've ever seen. Like, that's pretty cool, right? Size up. Size up if it's Thai or Indonesian or Philippines or any of those countries. Go one size, or even Japanese, go one size larger than you would normally do. So I would go from a medium to a large. But yeah, they're really, really cool. The Slemen shirts, and you can get them really, really cheap using these codes at the same time. I recommend like teams also like Zamalek. You know, let's see if they have any Zamalek shirts in. They do. They have some nice Zamalek shirts. Look at this. Check these out. Look at that. That's down from 50 to 30. Then you take another 20% off of that, and you'll get it for like 24 quid, which is a nice shirt. It is a nice shirt. So yeah, some really, really cool stuff that you can pick up on classic football shirts. You know, just shop around a bit, like check through their clearance stuff, check through their price drop stuff, the price drop category as well. For some reason they've got like several categories where they put their clearance price drops, and then not everything is in there. But like, you know, straight away that Koraku shirt is really, really, really cool from Kosovo. Like, I like that. You know, but each, you know, you might have your own style. You might have things that you prefer, but yeah, you can just, I mean, like an AEK. Look, an AEK camo hooded top. That's 8 quid. How much is that going to be after? That's going to be 6 quid. 6 quid? Yeah, sure. 6 quid for an AEK top. That's actually really, really cheap. That is stupidly cheap. So yeah, have a look through and see if you can find anything on there. It can also be worth going on like the manufacturer's websites. This is Puma, for example. That's the away shirt from this season. So yeah, you can use code BF30 on almost everything. So I don't know if it will work on this. I mean, maybe we can try it. I hate when it says almost. I remember what website was there is another website. I think it's like the American kit one. I can't remember what it's called. And there's also a 15% tempting me down in the corner here. Let's add this as a medium and see if it lets me do it. It's probably going to say no, but we'll try it anyway. Oh, it was a yes. Okay, right. So you can actually stack the extra 30% off. Although it's 30% off. Yeah, I don't think it's quite done everything. It's 30% off the original. I don't know what it's done, but it's taken some extra money off to make like a this season shirt even cheaper. I mean, let's have a look. Let's see what they've got on Puma. See if they have anything else that's worth a look. Let's grab football clothing. Let's see. Hopefully that cuts out the shoes. Looks like it has. That looks like it's given everything we want. I mean, we want to get past the Man Cities and find some clubs we might actually be interested in. Not a kid size either. Well, actually, I guess I could. Here we go. Size. Oh, can I not choose age? Adults. There we go. So let's have a look what we have. So a Galatasaray. I mean, is there anything we can sort of pick up? You can get the authentic one cheaper. The goalkeeper. I want to find something that I would like. I'm not going to pay 80 quid. Find me something I would consider a bargain. Is there going to be anything? Is there going to be anything? These are all pretty pricey. Nothing here is like. Tell you what I'm going to do. Price low. And then let's see. So we don't want. Okay, let's filter it. Okay, here we go. It says there's a Man City women's pre-match that you would get for like 20 quid. Let's see if there's anything better that we can get. So we have, so last year's Manchester City jersey, straight from Puma. You probably get it cheaper, but like that's a pretty good price. So the Iceland men's away jersey. I mean that would work out pretty decent once you add on the code. So yeah, go have a look at the manufacturer's website. Sometimes I might have stuff. Nike's doing 25% off. Should we see if it's worth it? This is really awkward. Like, this is an awful website. Why are these websites all so awful? Here we go. Football shirts, football tops and t-shirts. Is that different from? Is football? See, like, what's the difference between football tops and t-shirts from football? Oh, football shirts sale. Okay, let's see what's in their sale. PSG last season Stadium 4th. They're still charging loads for it. I mean, you'll get an extra 34% off. Is that counting that? Go big 24. You can get extra off. So they're already taking some off. You can get extra off. Let's have a look at. Let's just have a look what they've got in the general. I wouldn't say Nike is worth it. Let's try Adidas. Black Friday, up to 60% off on Black Friday on Adidas. I mean, we could go into the outlet and check football, see what they have. No, I mean, they're still charging 44 quid for last season's shirt as well. So probably Nike and Adidas. it's just not going to be worth it to look at unless you're a fan of one of those big teams. It's just probably just not worth it to look at it. So yeah, I mean, you want to get yourself a bargain. I tell you what, all my shirts, I got some really old retro ones. All of them 45 or less. In fact, almost all of them are £20 or less that I'm going to be running on the weekend. At 5 o'clock today, the ones I'm going to be running, the special ones are 45, 35 pound, 30. Some of them even cheaper. You know, I've got stuff down to £5. I've got a box of stuff I can start at £1. So come check that out. Let's go back to the full screen. Come check that out. I'm going to give away this 5 p.m. on Sunday over on Tilt. You'll get 10% off as well. So, you know, you start to add those things together, and I've just dropped it. You start to add those things together, and it's going to be a lot cheaper than some of these sites. And you get some nice football shirts from me. If I'm feeling generous, I'll chuck in some Corinthians figures. So I'll see you there. Check that out in the description down below, and let me know what you bought on Black Friday. Let me know what you bought. I'm going to chuck you across to this video here where I'm just unboxing some other shirts that I probably will list in one of those streams. So go check that out. It was a live stream. I was just unboxing before one of my shows. So go check that out.